It's a simple fact, don't you know? Stash it in your mind for a while, but it'll reach your heart while you're smiling. It's true, we need another. It's a simple fact.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? I am back. I just shot a video earlier, and that was on the unoriginality and repetitiveness of the fragrance community. Not all of you, but just some. And in that video, I alluded to one of the best fall fragrances out right now. And the thing about this one is it's not mentioned a lot. I don't think I've seen any reviews on YouTube about this video. About this fragrance. So let's not delay this any longer. The fragrance I'm talking about is none other than Divine L'Homme Sage. Take a look at that, Divine L'Homme Sage. Okay, the front of the bottle, and that's the top. This is the back of the bottle, and this is the bottom. Okay, and nothing really on the bottom, just the size of this, which is 100 ml, 3.4 fluid ounce, just a little sticker. Now, this fragrance that came out in 2005, and the perfumier is a Yann Vasnier. Okay, now this is the box that it came in. Okay. And the box had a really nice presentation to it. The bottom part, what does that say? L'Homme Sage, and a couple other little things there. Yeah, the box was really nice. It was wrapped in it was like a cloth, and on the cloth was like a little ribbon. It was one of the nicer. Actually, it was the second nicest bottle presentation that I've received. That I've come across thus far. The number one spot would probably go to Amouage's Reflection. I thought that bottle presentation was a little bit nicer. And it's funny because that's probably the only fragrance that I would rate above this for the fall, or just altogether for that matter. So, and in the box, there was a lot of detail. In the box, it came with like a little booklet. That's on the front, and this is the back, and so it's just basically let me see, there's a couple of different boutiques, just list a few boutiques, and let me see, close all these tabs. Alright, so and then I'm sorry, over here thoroughly distracted. Okay, and in the booklet is we have this little paper that has, like, it just kind of breaks down the notes that are in the fragrance, and then there's this other little pamphlet that has the creator of the Divine House, and his name is Yvon Michel. Okay, and then what was most impressive was this little card here that was seems to be handwritten from the person who packaged the bottle, and it says, "Cher Monsieur, I would like to thank you for your order. I am pleased to be sending you the flacon you have chosen. I hope L'Homme Sage will charm and seduce you." And that was from Lucy. So a lot of nice little touches with this here packaging. So I very much appreciated that. Okay, so let's get into some of the notes of the fragrance. So the notes listed at the top are saffron, mandarin, cardamom, and lychee. At the heart are aromatic woods, everlasting flower, and patchouli. And at the base is oak moss, amber, and incense. Okay, so what does this smell like? Oh man, this fragrance, man. Listen. Okay, so to me, even though leather isn't listed in this one, it seems like at the very base of it, there's like a slight leather scent. Okay, so imagine like you have a slight leather and then you have some sweet woods. But on top of the woods, you definitely have that cardamom and patchouli, which is listed in the heart notes. You have patchouli and cardamom with just the hints of mandarin, just enough to kind of take. It kind of gives a slight bit of freshness or citrusiness to the gooiness of um, the the patchouli and the cardamom, and they're not. Those two notes in itself aren't really gooey, but this scent has a bit of a caramel gooiness to it. Some people mentioned licorice. So it's funny because in my mind, I had caramel, and then some people, I was on Base Notes looking at some of the reviews, and some people mentioned licorice, and so I can see it smelling. Caramel and licorice are kind of similar, so definitely the cardamom, patchouli, kind of add to a sweet, kind of gooey scent. Of course, there's lychee in it, lychee and saffron. Now, those two notes I'm not familiar with, so those two might add to the gooiness of it as well. I'm not sure. Let's see, but yeah, it smells like those notes that I just mentioned, and also. Interestingly enough, it smells like, well, maybe this is not interesting, but it smells sort of like sage. Um, and I thought it was interesting that sage wasn't listed in the note breakdown, but I didn't know what sage smelled like. But one day I was at the store and I saw a container of sage, ground sage spice. So I said, let me go ahead and buy this so I know what sage smells like. And so when I smelled this, I was instantly surprised at how similar this actually does smell to Divine Lum sage. So in addition to the cardamom and the patchouli and the mandarin and all of the other things that are in Divine Lum sage, some of the aromatic woods and all that, you do get a bit of sage, and the sage doesn't smell too much like it doesn't smell too much different from the cardamom. Interestingly enough, now I actually have these see, it says cardamom and this is patchouli, and as I told you guys in some videos eons ago, I was trying to get more familiar with these notes. So I bought these little samples of some what do you call those? Some essential oils. So I can so I'm not just listing notes but not really knowing what they smell like. But I wanted to get better familiar with these notes. So the sage actually smells quite a bit like cardamom, and sage to me smells kind of like if you guys are familiar with like mint tea or like peppermint tea. Sage smells not too much different from those. So that's what I wanted. Yeah, that to me is what this scent smells like. So let's see. Oh, and how does it dry down? So it dries down, in my opinion, kind of similar to the top, but the only difference is it gets a little less sweet and it becomes more dry, just a little bit more dry, a little bit more arid. To me, it kind of smells like reminds me of like a graham cracker. I don't know. That's just what I get, a graham cracker. Let's see. Oh, Lucky Scent. Lucky Scent is where I first, I believe, where I first saw this scent, and it is actually one of the top picks on Lucky Scent. If you go down to where it says top masculine scents, you will see this listed at the top. I don't know if there was any like order, but it's the first one that's listed. So I don't know. Anyways, on the Lucky Scent website, you can get this one for $125 for the 50 milliliter bottle, and for the 100 milliliter bottle. It goes for about 170. Now I went ahead and I got it on the on the Vines website, and I think I got it for about 140, about $140 give or take. So it's actually a little bit less expensive if you get it directly on the Divine website. So I would highly recommend you guys check it out on the Vines website. Okay, what else did I want to add to this review? Oh, when you want to wear it. When would you wear this fragrance? Now, before I get into that, let's talk about the longevity. Okay, so I put this on about an hour ago, and I promise you, 12 hours from now, it will still be on my hand. This fragrance easily lasts, I would say, well over 12 hours. I put this fragrance on, like, you know, a little bit before I went to bed, maybe like say 10ish at night, and it was still with me in the afternoon the next day. This fragrance lasts forever, well over 12 hours. It's quite comparable to like an Angel Amen as far as longevity. Think of whatever your longest lasting fragrance is. This one will probably beat it. Okay. So when would you wear this? I think you could wear it in the daytime, but you must apply sparingly. This is probably better used in the evening. Okay, this is probably evening, nighttime wear because of its projection and its longevity. And you probably want to wear this in the evening. This is a very masculine fragrance. If I didn't mention that before, very masculine fragrance. I think I could see a woman pulling it off because it is a sweet fragrance, but it's mostly, yeah, it's masculine to me. It has a masculine smell to it, and of course for season, I think it's best suited in the fall and in the winter. In the spring and the summer, no. In fact, my father, he wore it one day a couple of months ago, maybe a month or so ago, and it was like, while it was still warm, I'm like, Dad, you can't put this one on when it's warm, man, because this one, it's a little loud. It can be a little loud, so you want to wear this one in the cooler months. Just real quick, compliments. This one is a compliment getter. Now, I don't wear this one very often. I mean, it's just now getting cool, so I didn't really have the opportunity to wear this one a whole lot. But several months ago, when it was still winter, I wore this to church. This was like one of the first times I wore it to church. And the first person that I hugged, she hugs me. She's like, "Ooh," she's like, "You smell so good." And so like, thank you. I really appreciated that. And either later that day or the next time I wore it to church, I had been to church all day, so I applied it maybe 8:30, close to 9 o'clock. I was in church all day, and on the ride coming home, I stopped by a restaurant, so it was maybe around 7 o'clock that evening. I go into the restaurant, and I approach the counter, and the lady at the counter, she says to me, she's like, "You smell really nice. What are you wearing?" And I was wearing Divine Lum Sage. So imagine, y'all do the math. I put it on maybe 8:30. It was 7 in the evening, and she still smelled me. So that's a testament to this fragrance's longevity and the compliments. Okay, this fragrance is better than whatever you currently have on your top 10 fall list. I promise you. Okay, except for Reflection, maybe Ombre Narguilé. This is better than your Tobacco Vanille. It's better than your Cherie. It's better than your New Harlem. Whatever you have on your list, it will beat it hands down. Okay, so please check out. In fact, I'll include the links further down in the info section of where you can get a sample of this. You can get samples on Lucky Scent's website. I'm sure you can get samples on the Perfume Court as well. And so, and I'll link you guys to the Divine website as well, so you guys can look into making a purchase. So please sample this one, and let me know what you think. Please, I would love to know what you guys think, and I would love to see this on somebody's top fall list. So please go ahead and get that sample and add it to your top fall list, so we can help the fragrance community get out of this I don't know, this trend of adding, just talking about all these, the same old fragrances. Okay, let's add this one to these top 10 fall lists. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and the next video that I'll shoot is probably going to be on my favorite 5 Bond number 9s. All right, so that should be a good video, so stay tuned for that. All right, later.